The winter sets haven't even come out as of the time I'm writing this script, yet we have information for some of Ninjago's biggest sets releasing later in the summer. Today we're going to be taking one of those set names being 71840 Rogue vs Drix race car battle priced at $20 and imagine what this set would look like ourselves. I'm hearing rumors that this might be a 4+ set, but we're gonna have fun. Before we start, keep in mind we have the same rules as usual for this series we've been doing for a while. Implement play features and make sure the models are sturdy in a way LEGO would design it. Starting off with the figures for this set, I gave Jay his normal evil tournament figure. Rogue has not released when I made this video, but I would definitely include him if he had been. Nonetheless, Evil Jay's color scheme complements the car really well. For the bad guys, I put two gorillas in from Chima. The ninja might be going deep into some jungle next wave, which also makes sense thematically since LEGO tries to switch up the themes as drastically as possible to make sure the sets look different enough. For example, we got Imperium as a villain, then went to the wildness the next for some contrast. So if we're getting a desert background right now, chances are we might get something a lot greener the next season. Maybe, we'll see. Especially considering an armor piece leak, which I can't show you using wood sticks on one side. Anyways, I doubt we're going to Chima in the summer, but I thought it would be fun to include these two as our opposing faction. Lastly, we have our custom Drix. I kind of have a more post-apocalyptic version of him here because maybe things don't go so well for the Forbidden 5 in Season 3 and they look less formal and put together than when they started. He's got a flaming blade and rocking the shirtless look. For our side build, we have this little shrine holding a red katana with some blue aura around it. The foliage makes it look like the gorillas belong here somewhat, and I chose a katana for the special artifact since the winter wave seems to be based on the Forbidden 5 chasing down a special prismatic katana to resurrect something evil, probably. So this is kind of riffing on that theme. And finally, we have Drix's race car. I wanted a long caterpillar-like look from the beginning, as well as multiple wheels to sort of represent multiple legs. My first version messed with a really small scale, but it looked a little too goofy. The next one, I split up into two sections and implemented steering. I liked where that was going since it was a lot longer, looked more serious. So I decided to follow through with that. And here it is, the white bones sticking out make it super spiky and insect-like. There's a tongue coming out the front, multiple flaming eyes, more flames coming out the side. Flames are kind of like the theme of Drix in this set. And a very cushy cockpit for Drix in the middle. The windshield actually attaches via a nook where it slides right into the cockpit. I did this because if the front was attached to the forward section, the vehicle would not be able to steer. But overall, it's really fun to roll around, and I'm glad the colors came together because originally it just kind of looked like a red blob, so the white and the black really helped it kind of pop. Next up, we have Rogue's race car. This one took so long to design since I kept experimenting with a lot more red on this car and it just didn't work no matter how much I wanted it to. So I stuck to sand blue, dark blue, and red, but this time I kept it super subtle. It's tucked away tastefully near the windshield and the back and follows Rogue's color scheme from the sets pretty well, I think. My favorite part is the angles you see on the side. They all just come together super well. This long angled piece was something I definitely wanted to use from the start, so the whole build came together around that, and that was also the only sand blue piece I had that was substantial. So that was also something that I kind of needed to do to make sure we got Rogue's color scheme. We got some overhead lights at the top and a pretty rugged interior inside. The wheels use a bit of gold, but the gold is also used pretty sparingly since Jay's in a darker part of his character arc. We got just a little bit coming out of the wheels and a chain used to bring some gold to the back wheels, and then most of the gold parts are reserved for the back where it kind of just explodes into dark red and it's kind of angled and goes a little crazy. But yeah, I tried to mess with as much angles and colors as I could. Overall, I'm really glad with how this turned out. And that is all for Drix vs Rogue's race car battle. This set is definitely not supposed to be this big. I had a little too much fun with this. This set is supposed to be $20 and this is definitely like a $50 set. Nonetheless, I hope you enjoyed it. Comment down below what your favorite car was. I think I like how Rogue's race car looks better, but I'm just really happy with how Drix's came out because it was just such a weird idea that I thought wouldn't be able to be pulled off. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.